MMA Weekly here with the Iceman, Chuck Liddell. Chuck, I know you've been asked this a bunch of times, but how's life post-fighting? Do you miss it all?
You know, it's kind of a silly question. Of course, I miss it. I love fighting. I mean, it was something I did for a long time. I mean, between kickboxing and MMA, it was probably close to 20 years competing. But yeah, it was time. It was time to retire, and I'm happy. I got more time to spend with my kids, and I'm doing other things. I was moving on to other adventures. It was time.
Well, moving on to other ventures, you're still very much one of the most prominent faces of mixed martial arts, and you've helped the rise of the sport. We see you here today at the gym opening here in Torrance for UFC. What do you do on a day-to-day basis for the UFC now?
I do a lot of different things for them. I mean, whatever they need. Actually, it's anything to help promote the sport. We're trying to grow the sport as big as we can. I love the sport, and I'm happy to be here. This is the best job I could have ever had.
Now, you spoke about having more time with your kids. What other changes have you made now that you don't have to train for fights? Are there dietary changes, anything like that, or more?
Yeah, dietary changes. Yeah, well, now I go back and forth. I eat healthy still a little bit. I mean, but I can cheat a little more. I try to keep I don't have to keep my weight down, and then I don't have those times when I have to get my weight down to 215. But I still work out. I'm not in an MMA gym. I'm thinking open one within the year. So when I open one, I'll be in there all the time. But right now, it's a travel for me to go work out in some of the gyms I like to work out at, and so I haven't been in as much as I'd like to.
So your training primarily has not been in mixed martial arts now. It's mostly just fitness.
Well, mostly fitness, yeah. But I still do jiu-jitsu. I still get in and do my striking here and there. It's been fun. I'm not close enough to the team here where I just moved. So once I get the gym open, we'll get some people in there and get back to training, guys.
Well, we spoke earlier about the rise of mixed martial arts, which you've been a big part of. At this point, what do you see for the future of the sport? I mean, who would have thought it's on Fox, and now the UFC particularly? What do you think's going to come from this?
The sport's just going to keep growing. It's a great sport. I mean, it comes down to, if you like combat sports, you have to like this sport. I mean, you got guys from boxing trying to defend it, or trying to hold back from it. I mean, if you watch it and just don't, you got to appreciate it if you like striking, if you like combat sports. You just have to.
Any improvements that you'd like to see in the sport?
Judging. Oh man, sometimes I watch some of these fights. I honestly want to sit down and watch that round with the judge and go, okay, explain to me how he won this round. Just tell me point it out as we go, what he did that made him win this round. I'm baffled. I mean, I've seen fights where guys I thought could have gone either way. There should have been 2 rounds or 3. It could have gone 2 rounds or 3 either way. But I've seen it 4 rounds to 1 or 5 rounds to nothing. And I'm like, okay, there's 2 rounds. What fight were you watching? So I mean, I think they need to. Something with the judging. I mean, at least after sit and watch it with him. Explain to me what would he do here that won him this round? What exactly did he do? Whatever.
Well, could we see the Iceman back in the ring reference someday?
Oh, hey, that's the other thing. Don't think it's easy, especially refereeing. I did one show once, and and it was it's a amateur show, and I was just doing a couple fights, and I stop fights a little early in amateurs. I thinking, pro, you can let it go. I think it should go longer. You got to give a guy that's the top of the game more chance to get out of things. But you can't get anything right with the fans. When someone in the same fight, someone thought you stopped it too early, and half the people thought you stopped it too early, half of them thought you stopped it too late. So that's a tough position, and a lot of guys, most of the guys in the ring are pretty good. Most of the referees. I'm talking about the judging. Judging is where I differ quite often with guys.
Oh well, last question for you, Chuck. Seeing that you're one of the light heavyweight greatest of all time, who do you think wins, Jones or Evans' light heavyweight championship?
The biggest thing about that fight, I keep telling everybody, I mean, they opened it at 6-1 dog, or 5-1, whatever it was. Which, I mean, if you're a betting man, you got to take Rashad at those odds. I mean, I think Rashad poses problems that other fighters haven't. that he's fought in the recent times, and I think it's going to be a good fight. I mean, I think it could go either way. I mean, both guys will come in as long as both guys come in shape, and I'm interested to see. It's going to be fun. That's going to be a good one to watch.